You're welcome back to Nationwide and to Chalon-sur-Loire. We're at the Fête des Vins d'Anjou and we're going to have a chat now with some of the Irish producers who've travelled from Galway. What better place to start than in Connemara, the Connemara Smokehouse. Graham Roberts, you must have a very easy task because the French love Connemara.
Yeah, it's absolutely, like, in fairness, it's so easy. They love Connemara, they love smoked salmon, so it's a marriage made in heaven. You know, it sells itself basically. Massive reaction on the products over here. Everybody that tries it, they can't get enough of it.
What kind of questions are people asking you about the smoked salmon?
They're asking about the production methods a lot. A lot of people are asking about that. You know, the traditional artisan production, the dry salting, curing, smoking, all of that side of it. And they're really enjoying the texture. They're actually noticing the difference between, you know, the mass-produced versus the small artisan production, which is fantastic that people appreciate that.
In a country that's so associated with wine drinking, Ronan Brennan has been telling us how the Galway hooker beer is going down.
It's going down remarkably well. The French love their food and they like twinning different food and beer and wine, and it's they have a passion for quality products, and I think that's international, and it's actually going down extremely well. And I'm actually very impressed with the French appetite for some good beer. We have a distributor in France at the moment. He's also an Irish person, and he sells our beer in all around this area to a lot of the Irish pubs. So I've actually already seen my beer over here. So it's actually kind of funny when you walk into a foreign country and you see your beer on sale. So it's great, and it's great for Galway.
Seamus Sheridan, you've travelled here with your fabulous cheeses, the Sheridan's cheeses. How's it been going for you?
It's been a fantastic weekend. It's lovely to get into a small area like this in France.
I'm just wondering, Seamus, though, is it not a bit like trying to sell sand to the Arabs or ice to the Eskimos, bringing cheese to France?
Oh, that would be true, except wasn't there monks that taught the French how to make cheese in the 4th and 5th century anyway?
Well, that's a point.
No, but in all seriousness, like if you take a cheese like Duras, when I bring it anywhere in Europe, it stands up as one of the best toms that you could find anywhere. Cashew Blue is just fantastic. Gubine, Killeen. No, Irish farmhouse cheeses can easily stand up to anything the French have to offer, I have to add.
Another producer is Diarmuid Kelly from the world-renowned Kelly Oysters.
We've some famous customers all over the world, including Harrods in London. It'd be our best customer. They have Mr. Al Fayed himself. He likes the big, large oysters, and he demands them every week, so it's good.
So how have the French been receiving them?
Business is going very well. We've had a great day here, and yesterday, all weekend, a fabulous weekend. A market in France is definitely on the cards, especially after a weekend like this, when everybody's together and all the produce. And if we can work together with Made in Galway and we have all the products maybe going out together, definitely we'll get there.
Catherine, you're here promoting Connemara mussels, but they're actually quite well known in France already, aren't they?
They are, yes. We would grow and export a lot of mussels from Killary Harbour in Connemara, and they're grown and certified organic.
What kind of a weekend have you had here now?
Very busy. It's been superb to meet all the wine producers. We had the marriage of the mussels with one of the wines of the Anjou region.
How does that work?
Well, it's a complete ceremony. Trumpets, people in beautiful robes, 6 certificates to sign. But on the back of that, we have invited them to come back to maybe celebrate the marriage at the Mussel Festival we have in Connemara every May Day bank holiday.
So that'll be a big occasion, won't it?
It would be lovely for the year of the gathering. The festival is in its 8th year now, and it would be lovely if we could put an international dimension to it and have a whole lot of French people coming to celebrate the mussels and the other products of Connemara and the produce.
As well as food, this weekend has also been about celebrating and promoting the crafts of Ireland. We all know the west of Ireland has very good craftspeople. Anne O'Malia is the representative here in Chalon-sur-Loire. And how have you been getting on?
We had a wonderful weekend, lots of visitors, and I knew the French people would appreciate wool, so I brought lots of Irish wool. some of it Galway wool.
You're also representing, as well as your own produce, other craftspeople as well. Give us a selection of what you have here.
Yes,
There's wood.
I have beautiful wood from Cayman Coyne, born in Inishboffin, now living in Moycullen. A wonderful man with wood. He's gifted. We were featuring oak, and we were featuring pine, and we were featuring his milking stool and his little step up, step down stool for children. I brought some beautiful pieces from my friend Joe Hogan, the basket maker, and his son Kieran. Joe grows his own sallies in Lochnafuia, beautiful place, and they blended very well with my Galway made soaps and my Irish wools.
Three young men from Galway, Ronan, Gary and Gavin, collectively known as the Deans. You've no product. I don't see any cheese. I don't see any mussels. What are you selling?
Well, we do have a product of sorts, Phil. You can get it online. iTunes. We are a band, obviously, as you said, from Galway, and we're living in France for the last year and a half, touring around, and obviously it's better access for being in Spain and Holland, France, in general, you know.
What kind of music do you play?
Well, it's all an original product of Galway. It's all our own music, which is, we call it roots rock. And I guess you could say there's a lot of influences, a lot of older American roots influences, along with, you know, everything else we hear here and there, you know, as we go along. So. Keep up to date on Facebook. Everything is up there. We're keeping it lively, you know, so it's all there.
Everybody get you on Facebook.
That's it.
The best luck to you, lads. The Deans.
Thank you very much.
All of the producers who are here at the Fete are branded under the Made in Galway label. This is a concept devised by the Galway County Council Enterprise Unit.
Well, the Made in Galway brand came about as a result of collaboration between the Enterprise Board, the County Council and the local development companies in an effort to support small businesses in the county, both craft and food producers. I suppose we felt that they need money for marketing, but each small business would find it very hard to do it on its own. So as a result, we said we would put some supports in place for them. By definition, I suppose that small producers tend to really go for quality, and that's what we have. The smoked salmon, the oysters, all those are top of the range. And this is our first effort here in France to look into the export market. We want to promote their product locally. We want Galway people and Irish people to know the wonderful produce that's available on their doorsteps and to go out and buy it and support a sustainable local economy. But we also want to share it with the rest of the world. I believe it can be developed, and in fact our next major outing is at the Galway Food Festival, which is on at the beginning of April. So we would hope that it will grow and grow. It is good for the producers. They seem to very much welcome the support they're getting, and it also gives them an opportunity to learn from one another, because it gives them a chance to network as part of the network that works under the banner of Made in Galway. And they're people with wonderful passion for what they do and a lot of good ideas. So we're just helping them to do what they know how to do best.
And were the French wowed by the Irish products on display?
I was very impressed. I think I'm owning two businesses selling wine bars on fresh product, and yeah, I would be very interested to work with this kind of people, yes, directly. I think the cheese will go particularly well as we really select individual producers for each wine, and we do a lot of plate of cheese. So I think, you know, the French people will be very happy to discover other region and of course other countries' cheese.
Another element of this trip to France is the presence of a delegation from the Galway Mayo Institute of Technology, the GMIT, and they're here for a very particular reason. Jacinta is going to explain it. Jacinta, you're a lecturer at GMIT.
Yes, I'm a lecturer at the College of Tourism and Arts, Mary, with Cormac Candy here beside me. We were invited along on this trip to have an opportunity to meet with both the local colleges here to discuss possible future opportunities for visits with their students and indeed our students also.
So what's the proposal?
The initial proposal is that they would like to come back to GMIT later this year to look at some possible placements for international students in the industry. And the way they operate here is their students work a week in industry and then a week in school. So they were looking at opportunities that they were impressed with the range of courses that we had on offer for our students.
So what kind of courses do you have?
They were particularly interested in our culinary arts programs and also our hospitality studies programs, particularly with regards to their expertise here would be in restaurant studies and also in culinary arts. So they were particularly interested in that area.
A lovely element of it is to have this exchange between like-minded people in different countries.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
And again, I think that was one of the things that came across when we met at the college the other day was the lecturers that we met and indeed college management were very impressed that we would have the opportunity to work with industry. So back at home we do a lot of work with the local producers and we have our foodie forum that we run at GMIT. So again, it's an opportunity for us in education to work alongside industry because it is, particularly nowadays, more important for us to educate students about the quality of produce that we have available in our locality. So again, very important for us to do that.
So we look forward to seeing French students from this area trotting around
yes, I hope so.
the streets of Galway and the corridors of the GMIT.
Absolutely.
And so with that, we come to the end of this evening's programme. There's no doubt it's been a wonderful opportunity for the people from Galway and hopefully they've made loads of contacts and new friends. And you know, thinking about it, it's just one small step. It's something we could do a lot more of in our country and hopefully, as a result, trade would grow and grow. Sin deir leis a glór, tá súla gom gur bhain sibh tanna bhas, I bhagwibh agus go dtéisibh slán.